Mr. Fuller, will you please explain the constructive reason why you included the 10 stops in the code book?
All right.
Because that's basic. Stop things like stop being discourteous. Discourtesy leads to a shouting match that might wind up being a fight and might wind up in some killing. This out of being discourteous. That's just one thing that's in there. And then it says stop killing. Well, you find that in Bibles. You find it in all types of law books and whatnot. I mean, as best you possibly can, if you have a disagreement of some type, or something you don't like, is it necessary to kill? Like Mr. Putin says, it's necessary to do some killing. So he's doing some killing. He's a white man doing some killing of other white people because he says, you're making errors about the way that you're going about doing things, and I'm going to straighten out these errors. I tried to talk to you. You didn't want to listen. So I'll talk to you in a way that everybody understands. I'll kill you and your babies. How about that? And you'll want to talk then if I do enough of that. You don't want to talk to me? Okay, I'll handle that. See, so this is the way a lot of people throughout the world handle many things that come up when they say, I'm tired of talking. I'm going to do something. D-O, that word D-O. Always look for the action. Somebody told me many years ago that you can have a whole lot of talking and it can go back and forth and back and forth. But when the action starts, there's something about action that's very concrete. It's something about the sun when it comes up. That's an action. That's that's not some lofty theory or something. I mean, it works on a theory. When you say work, you're talking about action. So it's the same with everything else. What is the action? So the 10 stops are very important. It's an action. You stop killing people. That has a big result because people are still here who would be dead. And some of them may turn out to invent something that cures 40 different types of cancer in one pill because that person is not dead yet. Kind of wander around figuring out what to do like everybody does. Why am I here? Everybody asks that question. Why am I here on this planet? Why was I born? Everybody asks that question at some point. You were born for a reason, and most likely that reason is to solve a problem. And you don't have to worry about what problem, because the problem will present itself to you. That's why you were born. The problem will find you, and whatever that problem is, that's what you're supposed to be working on. That's why it was presented to you. That's the logic. That's the logic I came to. So in answer to the question, the 10 stops, and then if a person is talking about my book and solving the race problem, I say you go straight to time and energy on the economics. The use of time and energy in revised, expanded edition. And that's starting on page 60. And it's just 4 things, 4 ways that you use your time and energy. You can't get lost. That's impossible using that part of the code. You're always on code if you just follow page 60. Under economics, the use of time and energy. Everybody on the planet is born with 2 things, time and energy. If you survive the birth, you have 2 things. And if you use your time and energy doing one of the 4 things that are listed under economics in the textbook workbook for victims of white supremacy, you are always right on, you might say, point. You are doing what you are supposed to do. And don't move outside of those 4 things. Just 4 simple things. If you get lost anywhere in the textbook for any reason about what to do and what not to do, and say, Fuller wrote all these pages and whatnot, page after page, and got all these different words, with all these different meanings and whatnot. Okay, if you get frustrated about that, just go to page 60 of the basic textbook, 2016 edition, and look at time and energy. Now, if you're not doing one of those 4 things right at that moment, then you're off course as far as code is concerned. Because those 4 things, very short, very brief, right to the point, and then you add to that, like the latest calling in now, the 10 stops, you got it all. You don't really have to proceed any further than the textbooks. I would advise that you do that. So you have to, go about doing things in the best possible manner. But you can't get lost as far as mission is concerned. I call it the assignment. Even when I waver and start saying, what am I supposed to be doing today? I just go to the time and energy and say, well, right this minute, which one of these 4 things am I doing? Because if I ain't doing one of these 4 things, I'm off course.